So we've got OmniSend together with us today. They're actually coming in via video, so that's going to be fun. And then we've got Uzair from SF Digital Studios and Just Ask Parker as well, which is my company. I'll go back. So the toilets, if no one saw them, they're just out the door, straight ahead for the ladies and to the left for the men. Please turn off your phones, otherwise we'll pick on you. No, we won't really, but it will be nice if you can turn them off. If you have any questions for me, please ask them anytime. I don't mind if you interrupt me. Just put your hand up and I'll stop what I'm saying and answer your question, because I know that sometimes you get stuck and you want to get that answered. OmniSend said please email them in if you do have questions. We'll tell you at the end if you do want to ask them something. Uzair has a question round at the end for him, and then at the end, once we're all finished, we're actually going to do some networking as well. So you can come and ask us questions, or you can talk to each other and find out more about what everyone's doing. So my name is Caroline Blisper, as I said, and I own Just Ask Parker, and I'm a certified Shopify partner and expert. And over the years, I have mastered the three main parts of online marketing. And that includes 12 years of experience, owning my own e-commerce store, owning other businesses as well. Also 20 years of offline marketing. So I actually started off, when I had my first business, I realized, hang on a second, I need to know marketing. If I don't know marketing, I'm not going to succeed. So I started studying marketing back then. I have knowledge with website design and development. I've done a lot of that over the years, thanks to my brother actually. He's a developer, so he taught me a lot about coding and developing, so that's my background as well. And I, after having 13 different businesses, both offline and online, I have got a lot of experience in business, and that's sort of where I come from when it comes to my marketing skills. I take everything from the point of view of what would I do as a business. Really good plan that looks great on paper, but is never actually able to be applied in the real world when you're a small business. So I really come from that point of view. I've helped over 2,000 businesses with their traffic and sales, both in e-commerce and other types of businesses as well. I have started and sold and bought 13 different businesses. And I've got my podcast. If anyone doesn't know about it, the Winning with Shopify podcast. It's very much about helping out people when they're starting out. So I really try to bring everything back to those first 1,000 sales, the foundation part of your business. So today I'm going to cover why social media influencers are great for your e-commerce business, who is your customer, and what is the best way to work with influencers and how to choose the right ones, and how to take action immediately. So I'm going to start by saying I've been taking a look. This is sort of an area lately that I've been exploring a lot, both the influencer marketing area, but also the psychology of how people buy and why some websites make sales and why some websites don't make sales. And I haven't found anyone talking about this sort of stuff for free anywhere. So please take notes. There's lots that I'm going to go through, and please ask questions at any time as well. So this is why my coaching clients are successful and why my Just Ask Parker clients really do start making sales once they start working with us. So the first thing is why social media influencers are great for your e-commerce business. Understanding the psychology is probably the most important part, and what I found is I've worked with many people, both in Just Ask Parker, which is a service-based marketing agency, but also in my coaching clients. And I start working with clients and I always find that they don't understand the psychology. So this is really important. So I would take a lot of notes over this. You've got to understand the reason why people are actually buying. So I'm going to go through the main points of why people buy, and they want to either look or be someone else. So this is not everyone, but a lot of people are like this, and we'll sort of know. I see a lady smiling there, a couple of ladies smiling. We know those sort of car, or whether it's a burger at McDonald's. Yeah, it's like, this is value. I'm buying something of value.
A lot of the time people buy into the brand story as well, which is really important, that if you understand that, then you can start to think, okay, what is my brand story? It's very important that what I find is 95% of people that I work with personally, they come to me and they don't have a brand story. They don't have any idea of what their identity is as a brand. So it's very important because people actually buy for that reason. People buy on emotional impulses as well. So some people will buy just emotionally at that moment, I want this product right now. We've got to remember, we're asking someone to take a credit card out of their wallet, out of their purse, out of their pocket. It's not just about looking at your website and saying, oh, I like that. It's about, okay, now I like that, but now I physically have to get my card and actually pay for that. So there's a lot that goes into that. A lot of the time it's about the ego, what's in it for me, like what is the benefit of me buying this? And also removing existing pain. So we talk about people buy to gain pleasure or to remove a pain, and more people buy on removing a pain than gaining a pleasure. So when you understand that, what I find with a lot of my clients, they'll say to me, I've got one at the moment, I coach her personally, we do coaching together, and she has a beautiful jewelry company with beautiful jewelry. And I've been working with her for 2 or 3 months now. And the other day we do a weekly call, and we were on a call the other day, and she said to me, in the conversation, she said, oh, blah, blah, blah. And because my price points mean that people save a lot of money, because normally when they buy this sort of jewelry, it costs a lot more. So we're actually the wholesale, we're sort of removing that middleman. And I said, hang on a second, Sarah, you've never said this to me in all the time I've known you. And it's not on your website anywhere. So all this time she's been saying, here's my jewelry, beautiful photos, beautiful jewelry. The prices are sort of that high-end sort of price, but she hasn't added in what that price actually represents. So that's very important that you actually let people know these things. So she's removing that pain from people of saying, oh, I want to buy new jewelry all the time, but I can't afford it. She's removing that pain of not having that guilt of, oh, it's going to cost too much. This is actually a really reasonable price, which makes people say, okay, it's 14 karat gold, but is it good quality 14 karat gold? By her saying, actually, I'm removing that middle price, makes people say, okay, well, it's not a cheap 14 karat gold. It's actually a good quality one at a better price. So we need to understand how people react to pricing and the words that you use on your website. Another thing is people travel in packs. So we really need to understand that there's a lot of people that when someone buys it, their friends want it or something similar. So if one girl's buying, in this case for Sarah, her jewelry, her friends are more likely to be those sort of people that are also going to purchase. Welcome. And the other thing is it's about trust as well. So buyers are naturally suspicious when it comes to purchasing anything. And I think everyone in this room can agree, we all have done it. We look at something and we go, is that actually going to be what they say? Am I going to get it delivered? Am I going to put my credit card into the website and then actually get something to my house that I'm actually expecting? So we need to build that relationship of trust with people. So why is this so important? So this is important both just normally, but also when you think about influencer marketing. So I don't know if anyone knows, I've actually got a summit. It's a 18